Hey everyone, it's just Vicky again. This is my Paul Rubens pan set. So this is just my swatching for that. This is the last one I bought, I promise. So this will be the last swatching at least for a while. Again, this is the card that actually came inside the box. So it has all the colours listed. So I just did my black line for translucency and then wrote the names of the colours down as well. I've already opened them all out into the box. I do love the packaging for this. So the top row is the left hand side and the bottom row is the right hand side. I'm just going to give them all a little squirt with some water just to start activating them. And then this is the brush I'm going to use. It's a number 4, just for anyone who's interested in that kind of thing. I don't think it really matters for us swatching. I just wanted one small enough for the spaces. So I've got my 2 cups of water, my dirty and my clean, and off we go. So the top one is the Permanent Lemon Yellow, which is a lovely, nice and bright colour, I think. I really like that one. And that is swiftly followed by the Cadmium Yellow Medium. Don't know how many, I'm assuming there's a light, medium and dark, but I have the medium in my group. These are actually different colours to the ones in my tubes as well, quite a lot of them, so that's nice. This is the Indian Yellow, I think that's in my tubes off the top of my head, but there are quite a lot of different ones, which is nice. And I like the order they're in on this palette as well. It's quite a nice order to pick them up in. If you keep seeing me pause, that's just trying to remember where I was up to. This one is Cadmium Red Light. And then next to Cadmium Red, we have the Scarlet, which is just in there now. Some of these are actually quite opaque. I don't know if I maybe needed to put a bit more water in them, but I like the fact that I can see the colours pretty vividly. It kind of helps with what I want to do, so it's good for me. I can always make them paler. So that was Scarlet. So the next one is Madder Red. I don't know who they're mad at or who they're less mad at, but hey ho, that's the way they go with these. And then after that, we're moving into the purple section. So this is the Violet, which I really love. I think it's a really pretty shade. And then the one next to that is actually Permanent Violet, which is a really, really nice dark shade. I've actually had a bit of a play with these since I actually did the swatching before I made the video for you. And I've kind of mixed it with a bit of black for a really dark silhouette on a sunset that I've attempted to paint. I will pop those up on my Instagram. Anyone that's following me, it's at VLC Creations UK. Just if you want to have a little look at those. I didn't do a video for those, so I can't put them on here. The next one is moving into the blue section. So the first blue of the bunch is the Cobalt Blue. So it was just taking a while to get the Permanent Violet off my brush. And then after that one is France Ultramarine. And I think I should get points for saying that in one go without stumbling over my words. I don't know if you're doing points, but if you are, I will take some for that, please. This one is quite opaque. I think this and the Permanent Violet and the normal violet are probably the most opaque on this side. The sky blue goes back to being quite translucent, but the sea blue is a bit darker again when I get to that one. So the sky blue is this one. To me it's it's not as light a sky blue as I was expecting. I was expecting it to probably be a bit paler, but I think when it's diluted down quite considerably it'll probably be quite nice and pale. And then the sea blue is another one that I really like. It's quite a deep rich blue. I'm all about the deep rich colours. So this side is more blue, green, brown, black, so it's a bit darker, but there are some nice shades in here as well. So there's the Prussian blue, and thank you Bob Ross for making sure I can say that one very nicely. Followed by Pan's Grey. I don't know who Pan is, but thank you very much for a nice grey shade. I'm always thankful for a good grey. And then probably one of the brightest on this side, if not the brightest on this side of the card, is the yellow green. Yeah, that's really rather bright, but it's a very, very pretty shade, I think. I've used some of that again as well. On the bits I've been trying to work on, I mixed it with the tree green, which is the next colour, amazingly enough. So this is tree green, which is a lovely shade. And then after tree green is Hooker's Green Brylight. So I always find the name for this one weird. I didn't know that there was a green for hookers. I don't know what kind of hooker it's implying, and I don't know why it's Brylight instead of brilliant, but you know, whoever named it evidently had fun doing so. But after that one is the Emerald Green Deep. So not emerald, although it looks kind of emeraldy with a D on the end, E to me. But yeah, it's just another nice dark green. Then we move on to Yellow Ochre, which is kind of it's really nice. I think if you were painting a desert scene, I think it would probably be quite nice for that. The next one's actually more pinky than I thought. This is the Patchouli Red Ochre. Another great name, gotta say. This one's kind of like a pinky red, like reddy terracotta-y kind of colour. But I do like that colour. I think it's a really pretty colour. And then we move on to Umber, which is kind of a orangey brown, I think. Like an orange brown terracotta kind of colour as well. Good old Burnt Sienna is next. It's just a nice all round brown, I think. And then that is followed closely by Burned Brown, which is, it's a similar kind of tone. I think that's the burned part of it, but it's just more obviously like an earthy brown rather than slightly reddy like the one before it. And then the last one is just Coal Black. And again, it's a nice black. It's got a bit of translucency, so it's not too dark, which is always good. But yeah, that's the card swatched. So you're about to see a nice little in-depth look at them there. But thank you once again for listening to me ramble, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.